Where do we go from here? Yeah, Peter Jennings died of that lung cancer.
The big C.
I told you
the
guys.
The big casino, Tony.
I saw him in Central Park like 2 months ago, walking.
I guess your words didn't help.
Walking with his 2 kids, his daughter and his son. And
what awful thing did you shout out to the man?
Well, he was looking feeble, and
it was actually pretty helpful what you yelled. I was impressed. It was well thought out, and it obviously hit him. But I forget what it was.
It was inspiring, wasn't it?
I remember being impressed, going, "Wow, that was what you'd want to say to somebody who's very sick."
And the sad part is he had to acknowledge it, so he had to raise his weak arm.
Oh.
I really liked Peter Jennings, by the way, a lot. As far as, I didn't know him personally, but I thought he did a good job on the news there, as far as network news goes.
Seemed very reputable.
But I had my cancer, I still wear the cancer bracelet for Brother Weeze, and, so I felt a little bit of a bond there, and he's walking with his daughter and his son, and...
Yeah.
And I saw him coming for a while, so I knew I had to say something.
You had time to think this out?
I had time to think something.
That's what you blurted out?
And he gets closer and closer. I'm panicking. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. And all of a sudden I just said, "Hey, Peter, good luck, bro."
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro. That's a
67-year-old journalist.
That's an exact quote. Good luck, bro.
Inspiring words indeed. Good luck, bro.
But he lost his battle with lung cancer.
What's the matter? You didn't have the number of a good wig maker you could hand him real quickly?
Oh!
If you want to...
Ow! Very, very sad, though.
Yeah!
Stop it. It is indeed sad.
Well, I was just pointing out the inappropriateness. I didn't...
Yes, I understand.
Fun.
We got some Peter Jennings audio really fast.
So, finally this evening from us, bread and circuses. There have always been complaints about entertainment pushing the limits of taste, including the outrageous ways that Romans, the emperors that is, entertained the masses. Entertainers continue to outrage the public. Yesterday, 2 so-called radio shock jocks were fired for orchestrating an obscene stunt in New York's most famous Catholic cathedral. And again, we're asking, when do you cross the line?
The only guy that had a fair report on what happened to us. The only guy.
And
everyone
now
else
look where he
crucified us.
Dead.
The only guy that had some kind words to say.
So have a lucky for Peter Jennings. He was a smoker for 20 years, and he was a smoker and he quit for 20 years, and then after 9/11, picked it right back up again and started smoking.
Would that give you, in that short of time, you must have had something going on. Cause, I don't know how cancer works, but can you get it, 2001, 4 years later, all of a sudden, you don't have cancer, and all of a sudden, you got it and you're dead?
He probably had it,
you eat cigarettes for breakfast and soup? How fucking much do you smoke in 4 years where your clean lungs all of a sudden kill you?
He probably smoked a lot for the years that he smoked, and then quit for 20 years, but he probably had, he was a few cigarettes away from getting it. If he would have not picked up smoking again, he probably would have been okay.
Time for some dessert. How about a nice pile of cigarettes with whipped cream?
I just don't understand the people that are still smoking out there. I just don't get it.
You can't smoke.
I just don't get it.
Worst thing you can do to yourself.
Dumb Voss. I'm never concerned with what people do. I don't care. But Voss, I have really been trying to get Voss to quit smoking. It's I'm not even trying to be funny. Stop smoking, stupid.
He just went for something, didn't he? Said he had a problem with his stomach or something.
Yeah, it turns out it was just a bad load. It happens.
There are some people, they could smoke their entire lives and nothing. They'll live to 90 and
well, that's what everybody likes to point out. Hey, remember this old woman?
And they'll still go jogging and stuff. But the fact is, a lot of people are dying from the cigarettes. Yeah. Lots and lots of people.
4 years he got it and died. Jeez, that's
that
scary.
Was it. Yeah. And he just had it where there was no getting rid of it. They knew right away. That was it. He went pretty quickly. What was it? He said something in what was it?
He said something in April.
April.
He obviously knew before then, probably a few months. So I would bet 6 months after he found out, dead.
Maybe he hadn't gone for a checkup in years. I don't know what his medical history was, but it seems pretty quick.
Yeah.
And for all you people, this is a story that relates to Peter Jennings. For all you people that think there's a God out there.
Oh, my goodness.
You're going to your church every Sunday and praying. We like to point out little things where we like to think that maybe there's just not a God.
Yeah, he apparently works in mysterious ways, but this is just fucking cruel.
Dana Reeve.
Yeah?
Has cancer.
Can you believe this?
Dana Reeve, the widow of beloved actor Christopher Reeve, is said to have been diagnosed with lung cancer.
She wiped that guy's ass and stayed by his side for years. A saint, this woman. Stayed with Christopher Reeve. He dies. She mourns. Probably just about now she's getting to the point where she might be able to move on with her life and start anew. And she gets the big casino.
The courageous 44-year-old singer and stem cell activist. She's even trying to do good with her life.
Yeah.
Has already begun treatment for the illness. Reeves' agent did not return calls last night, but one friend sadly corroborated the story. I don't want to talk about it, the pal told us. It's horrible and bizarre. I was just with her a couple of weeks ago.
I'd like to say something to her. Good luck, bro.
Good
that
luck,
might
sis.
help. Yeah, I was going to go sis, but
no?
I wanted the exact quote.
You think she was nice to him. I've heard she was, but I've also heard mixed reviews that a lot of times when they were fighting, she would hide his hats.
That's terrific.
Oh. And now, the cancer song.
Oh, this is awful. What was this from?
Fucking ER.
ER. Who watches the goddamn hospital shows? Stop with the doctor and hospital shows. Ugh. You watch them and all of a sudden you spend the whole night thinking you got something. It's awful. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch a doctor have to go to a mother in the waiting room and say that her son died in that car wreck or something. Ugh. Why depress yourself? Put on Seinfeld, you maniacs.
I gave up on ER.
Get a laugh.
I finally gave up on ER about 4 or 5 years ago.
You did?
Yeah.
I like the cop shows. I like watching some skells get shot. That's fun. But the hospital shows? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, he's got the brain tumor.
You learn about so many things that could just kill
it's
you.
Awful. Oh, Goose has a brain tumor now.
Before I started watching ER, I knew of about 5 things that could kill you: heart attack, car accident, cancer,
the big
unfortunately.
C. Sure.
And I don't know, anvil falling on your head.
Yeah.
Now after ER, there's hundreds of ways to die.
You go into the hospital, you watch ER, there's someone goes in the hospital. Oh, I just had a little bloody nose and I was, a little dizzy. Oh, that's all, huh? Dead. Brain tumor, dead. Dead before the end of the fucking episode. Dead before the last commercial.
You learn about so many ways to die.
Oh, it's got to be compelling, though. I got to play devil's advocate. They got to have some kind of, no one wants to watch TV. What's the matter? It's a hangnail!
I would be fine with that. If the characters were compelling, I don't care if they had a little hangnail.
Call your mother. I have bunions. Nobody would watch that program.
It's horrible. I hate doctor
So they had this song playing as, who was the doctor that died in Hawaii?
Goose.
Yeah, Goose.
Goose from Top Gun.
Yeah, the dude from Revenge of the Nerds.
He had it for a long time because his hair fell out 10 years before.
They set him up on a deathbed overlooking the Pacific Ocean in Hawaii.
Wonderful. That's nice, fun, friggin' programming.
Geez, why didn't you send me to Hawaii while I was alive and well, you asses? If you really cared about me.
You're laying there withering away trying to sip pineapple juice, but it burns.
Why do you want to depress yourself? Why do you want to depress yourself
For
when
all
you
those
watch
people
TV?
out there that have cancer and you're going to die soon,
God.
Go to Minnesota in the middle of winter.
Why?
Because then you'll want death.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why would you go to Hawaii? You're seeing hot babes in bikinis and dudes like surfing on 50-foot waves. It's a perfect afternoon and you're dying of cancer. Go to fucking Minnesota, dude.
Horrible.
Go to Detroit. Go to the ghetto of Detroit. You'll welcome death.
Pat from Unaki has a little bit of irony. I bet the horse that threw Christopher Reeve is doing just fine. He's out to pasture, out to stud, just fucking and eating his oats.
I'm not going to erase him. That's very funny.
Very funny, Pat.
Very good. Yeah, but they set him up on a nice, I think it was a straw bed.
Oh.
One of these rooms that have no walls, really.
Right,
so
like a hut.
So the breeze is coming in, and the curtains are like...
Was there a bamboo ceiling fan spinning over him?
And the curtains are fluttering.
Yuck.
And that's how he gets to die.
Was it sad?
It was horrible. Hey, Dr. Green, Goose, good luck, bro. That's
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro.
That's from Thad Scott from Cincinnati.
I bet he actually stopped treatment after that awful salutation. Like, you know what? If this is what the world has to offer, get me a silk pillow.
Oh, yeah, somebody's saying the worst doctor show is House. They let you know there are hundreds of ways to kill you that doctors can't figure out until you die. Yeah, on an all-new House. Ah, help me! My brain's coming out my nose!
House must solve another medical mystery.
I don't know, I came in, my elbow itched, and then my arm fell off. House. It's like, I hate watching
You're
those.
so right, Anthony. Life sucks to begin with. Why would you go home after your horrible day and watch half these shows?
Why? You know what I like? I like when George tries to park the cars and he screws up, and that's what I want to see. I want to see them pitching Seinfeld to the NBC executive. Those are funny goddamn shows. Funny shows.
MASH was a great doctor show.
You know something? It was all gunshot wounds. I figured if I stayed out of Korea, I'd be okay, so I could watch MASH.
It's true.
Medical shows, yeah, military shows, that's fine. I don't like medical. I used to watch Emergency. Squad 51, Engine 51, and they'd go out with a fire. Somebody on construction site got hurt. Very rarely would they have a medical problem, though. I don't like that stuff. Gives me what they call the heebie-jeebies. And then you sit there all night feeling your glands and going, what's that? And, don't need that.
My favorite was Quincy and that homoerotic relationship he had with that Asian Sam. That creepy late-night ghoul traipsing around in a white little lab coat and a heart on. Bad teeth.
Yeah, he was a coroner. So I didn't really worry about that show either.
I got a toast to Dana Reeve.
You do? Let me raise my club soda.
Get your hankies out.
Here it comes.
Here's to you, sis. Here's to you.
Here's to you. Great. I hope they bought a plot.
How old are her kids? That sucks.
Dude, I struggle with this God thing on a daily basis. I really do. You gotta just wonder when stuff like this hits.
Oh, they got like the dashboard of the shuttle up there. Look at the speed. It's going from 7,300 miles per hour. Look how fast the speed is going down. And the temperature is 1,750 degrees.
Yeah. Well, this thing's going to land, I would have to say, real soon.
10 minutes.
The leading edge of the shuttle, the temperature is 1,730 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, they have to slow down just by lifting up a little bit and kind of the wind pushing against the back of the wings. They have no brakes.
Distance to the runway, 425 miles. 3, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18. Look how fast they do a mile.
Holy
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Holy, that's really how fast they're doing a mile?
Yeah. They're doing a mile.
They're doing a mile in less than a second?
And they're at about 150,000 feet altitude. Damn, that is fast.
Wow, that is really cool. It's too bad that they're not going to be flying shuttles anytime soon.
No, they got to fix it. Come up with a whole new design.
They have speculation that they're going to eventually do that with commercial airliners once they can find a feasible way to put them up in the atmosphere. Is just to shoot them out of the atmosphere real quick and drop them down.
Well,
you go to L.A. in an hour. Well, not even 40 minutes. Oh, I'd love to do that.
With a heat shield.
Yeah.
They need some kind of force field. We need the force field. We were promised flying cars and a force field by the year 2000. What happened? We got none of that.
Nope. Rogaine and pocket pussies.
Welcome to the new century.
Bird and Philly, Anthony.
Yes?
He'd like to say, good luck, bro, to the shuttle crew.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Good luck,
Good luck, bro. That's bad enough if the guy's 18 or 20, but if he's 67 and one of the most respected journalists in the country, that's just awful.
The worst part about that, he had to acknowledge it. He had to, like, look at me and kind of raise his arm like, hey, thanks. Thanks for the words.
Oh, there is a visual on the shuttle. It's a little spot.
Hey, I heard, by the way, that you met Colin Powell. Sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted
fine.
to quote Opie before I forgot, because I remember when you met Colin Powell, and you impressed him by pointing and going, what up, nigga?
Ooh. Yeah, gave him the Black Power sign from the 70s.